very good morning to the students. Today's date is 2nd of August and the day is Sunday. And today's thought is, don't keep your dreams in your eyes. They may fall as tears. Keep them in your heart so that every heartbeat may remind you to convert them into reality.
Good morning children, welcome to the Shivaji Group of Institution online classes. Kids, I am your Hindi teacher. Today I am going to take Hindi language class. बच्चों, पिछली कक्षा में मैंने आपको हिंदी में पार्ट 2 वर्ण और वर्णमाला के रीडिंग कराई थी, उसके अभ्यास कराए थे। तो आज मैं आपको कॉपी में उसके प्रश्न उत्तर कराने जा रही हूँ। तो सभी बच्चे अपनी हिंदी लैंग्वेज की कॉपी निकालेंगे और पार्ट 2 हेडिंग डालेंगे, पार्ट का नाम डालेंगे वर्ण और वर्णमाला और उसके बाद हेडिंग डालेंगे प्रश्न उत्तर और करना शुरू करेंगे। सभी बच्चे हिंदी की कॉपी में नियर लाइन में लिखेंगे, जो छोटी वाली लाइनें हैं उनमें लिखेंगे। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। पहला प्रश्न है, संयुक्त व्यंजन किसे कहते हैं? इसका उत्तर है, पहला प्रश्न क्या है, संयुक्त व्यंजन किसे कहते हैं? इसका उत्तर है वे वर्ण जो दो व्यंजनों के मेल से बनते हैं वे वर्ण जो दो व्यंजनों के मेल से बनते हैं उन्हें संयुक्त व्यंजन कहते हैं। उन्हें संयुक्त व्यंजन कहते हैं। संयुक्त व्यंजन किसे कहते हैं? वे वर्ण जो दो व्यंजनों के मेल से बनते हैं उन्हें संयुक्त व्यंजन कहते हैं। पहला प्रश्न उत्तर हो गया है। अब आते हैं दूसरे प्रश्न पर, हेडिंग डालेंगे प्रश्न 2, स्वर और व्यंजन में क्या अंतर है? स्वर और व्यंजन में क्या अंतर है? दूसरा प्रश्न क्या है बच्चों? स्वर और व्यंजन में क्या अंतर है? इसका उत्तर है स्वर संख्या में 11, स्वर संख्या में 11 जबकि व्यंजन 33 हैं। जबकि व्यंजन 33 है। इसका उत्तर क्या है प्रश्न 2 का? प्रश्न 2 है, स्वर और व्यंजन में क्या अंतर है? इसका उत्तर है स्वर संख्या में 11, ब्रैकेट में हिंदी में मैंने लिखा है, जबकि व्यंजन 33, ब्रैकेट में हिंदी में 33 लिखा है। इसके बाद आते हैं प्रश्न 3 यानी प्रश्न गा पर। प्रश्न है, वर्ण किसे कहते हैं? वर्ण किसे कहते हैं? इसका उत्तर है बच्चों, मुंह से निकलने वाली वह छोटी से छोटी ध्वनि निकलने वाली वह छोटी से छोटी ध्वनि जिसके टुकड़े नहीं किए जा सकते, जिसके टुकड़े नहीं किए जा सकते, वर्ण या अक्षर कहलाते हैं। वर्ण या अक्षर कहलाते हैं। प्रश्न 3 फिर से देखते हैं। वर्ण किसे कहते हैं? मुंह से निकलने वाली वह छोटी से छोटी ध्वनि जिसके टुकड़े नहीं किए जा सकते, वर्ण या अक्षर कहलाते हैं। एक बार फिर से रिपीट करते हैं। प्रश्न 1 है, संयुक्त व्यंजन किसे कहते हैं? ये मैं इसलिए रिपीट कर रही हूं ताकि आप इसको लर्न भी कर सकें। तो एक बार फिर से करते हैं। संयुक्त व्यंजन किसे कहते हैं? इसका उत्तर है वे वर्ण जो दो व्यंजनों के मेल से बनते हैं, उन्हें संयुक्त व्यंजन कहते हैं। इसका उत्तर क्या है? वे वर्ण जो दो व्यंजनों के मेल से बनते हैं, उन्हें संयुक्त व्यंजन कहते हैं। प्रश्न 2 है, स्वर और व्यंजन में क्या अंतर है? तो इसका उत्तर है स्वर संख्या में 11। हिंदी में 11 कैसे लिखते हैं वो मैंने ब्रैकेट में लिखा है। अधग या में या की मात्रा रह 11, जबकि व्यंजन 33 मैंने हिंदी में ब्रैकेट में भी लिखा है। त में ए की मात्रा, त में बड़ी की मात्रा, स और अंक की गिनती 33। ये हिंदी में 33 ऐसे लिखते हैं। इसका एक बार फिर से देखते हैं। स्वर संख्या में 11 जबकि व्यंजन 33 है। अब है प्रश्न ग, वर्ण किसे कहते हैं? मुंह से निकलने वाली वह छोटी से छोटी ध्वनि जिसके टुकड़े नहीं किए जा सकते, वर्ण या अक्षर कहलाते हैं। एक बार फिर से देखते हैं। मुंह से निकलने वाली वह छोटी से छोटी ध्वनि जिसके टुकड़े नहीं किए जा सकते, वर्ण या अक्षर कहलाते हैं। तो बच्चों, आज मैंने आपको हिंदी में 3 प्रश्न कराए हैं। इसके आगे का वर्क मैं आपको अगली क्लास में कराऊंगी। तो धन्यवाद। आपका दिन शुभ हो।
Hello, a very marvelous good morning to my dear students and those who are watching this video. I am an English teacher from Shivaji Group of Institution and this is your English period. Students, we were doing chapter 4 focus. We have done an explanation and the book exercise. So students, today we will do the written work in notebook. So students, take out your notebook. Have you all open your English language notebook. Now open a fresh page and in that first mention the thought you get what you give, okay, and put inverted commas, okay. Then after writing the thought, what you have to write? You have to write the chapter number, okay. This is your second chapter, and then after this you have to mention the chapter name, vowels, okay. After this, write a heading, answer, the following questions. Okay? Answer the following What are vowels? Okay? And the answer is, what are vowels? And the answer is, a vowel is a type of sound. A vowel is a type of sound. There are 5 vowels. There are 5 vowels in English. Okay? Alphabet. A, E, I, O, U. Okay? What are vowels? And the answer is, a vowel is a type of sound. There are 5 vowels in English alphabet. A, E, I, O, U. These are the 5 vowels. Okay? After writing the questions, you will write the second question. What are, question second, what are consonants? Okay? What are consonants? And the answer of this question is, in English alphabet, in English alphabet, except vowel, all letters are known as consonants. Okay? What are consonants? Example for your answer. In English alphabet, except vowel, all letters are known as consonant. Okay? Now, after writing this, write the next heading. Write the missing vowel. Write the missing vowels in the words given. Okay? And the first word is T blank, and the second H blank, and D, and the third B, U as goes, the fourth one G, O, A, goat, the fifth L, lamb,
O-N, learn. The sixth, S, blank N. The seventh, B, blank, double A, double L. The eighth and the last is C, blank, M, blank, N. Okay? Now we go to P, blank N, P and pen. Second, H, blank N, D. So, H, A, N, D, B, blank S, U, S, verse. Fourth, G, blank A, T, G, O, A, T. Fifth, L, blank O, N, L, I, O, N, 1. Sixth, S, blank N, S, U, 1, sun. Seventh, B, A, double N, ball. Eighth and the last one, C, A, M, E, L, camel. Okay? The first one is P and pen, H and T hand, B as bus, G and T goat, L I 11, S and sun, B and ball, C and L, camel. Students, today we will do this much. Write your homework. Learn the definition of verb. Okay. First, you have to complete all your notebook. Okay. Till chapter second till I have given you, okay, in a, me and three handwriting, okay. Then after that you have to do your homework. In this you have to learn the first one, that is what are nouns. This only you have to learn, okay. After, I hope you all have write this in your notebook. So students, after writing this, you have to learn the definition of verbs. So my dear students, thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Good morning, students. This is your EVS teacher from Shivaji Group of Institutions. I welcome you all in the online classes. Students, this is your EVS period. So, before start today's class, let's recall what we have learned in the last classes. So, in the last classes, we have started the reading of chapter 6. Chapter name is Good Habits and Manners. And in this chapter, we had read some good habits like healthy habits, cleaning habits, eating habits. And we have read about some good manners like we should wake up early in the morning, we should speak politely to everyone, we should use magical words to everyone, and many more good manners. So our chapter reading got finished, and in the last lecture we have done exercise of this chapter, which is pick the right answers, and have given you the another exercise as a homework. So today we will do the next exercise, which is exercise E. So students, for that, take out your book, open page number 33. Page number 33. So, exercise E is, what do you say in the following situations? So, here are some situations, here are some given situations. You have to write that what you will say in the following situation. Firstly, we will mention the heading. What in the following situations. In the following. What do you say in the following situations? So the first situation is when you get something from somebody. When you get something, when you get something from somebody, from somebody. So this is a situation that what you will say when you get something from somebody, like if someone gives you something, what you will say means अगर आपको किसी से कुछ सामान मिला तो आप बदले में उसे क्या कहोगे? So as we all know that when we get something from someone, we say thank you. So on the answer, write thank you. Now, second situation is when you meet your uncle and aunt in the evening. When you meet your uncle and aunt in the evening. So when you meet someone in the morning or noon or evening or night, how will you greet them? So when we meet someone in the morning, we say good morning. So same as when you meet your uncle and aunt in the evening, what do you say? So you will greet them like good evening. So here we will write in the answer good evening. So when we meet someone in the evening, we say good evening. Like this we greet someone. Third situation is when you want something from your parents. When you want something, when you want something from your parents. So when you want something from someone, what do you say in this situation? Like if you are in a classroom and you forgot to bring your pencil, so how will you ask for your friend for pencil? What you will say, or you will snatch. So we say politely. You will say politely that please give me your pencil. So same as when you want something from your parents, you will say please mom or dad, whatever you want, then you will say. So but we use word please when we want something from someone. So in the answer we will write please. The next situation is when you do something wrong. When you do something, when you do something wrong. commit a mistake, when you hurt someone, what you will say? You will say nothing. So, when we hurt someone, when we do something wrong, we say sorry. So, here we will write sorry. Students, the first one, the third one and the fourth one, these are the magical words. So, we use many magical words in a daily basis like thank you, sorry, please, excuse me, it's okay. These words are called magical words, and the words like hi, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. So, these words are called greeting words. Now we have done this exercise and I am going to recall from number 1. The first situation is when you get something from somebody means when someone gives you something, when you get something from someone, what do you say? And the answer is thank you. Number 2 is when you meet your uncle and aunt in the evening means when you meet someone in the evening. So what you will say? You will say good evening, same as when you meet someone in the morning, you say good morning. When you meet someone in the noon, you will say good afternoon. And when you meet someone in the night and before going to sleep, what you will say? You will say good night. Number 3 is when you want something from your parents. So, what you say in this situation? When you want something from someone, you say please. Number 4 is when you do something wrong means when you commit a mistake, when you did something wrong, when you hurt someone, what do you say? You say sorry. So students, today we will do only this exercise. There is another exercise in your book which is exercise F. Match the picture with the sentence and check the picture if you think is right. What you have to do in this exercise? In this exercise, there are some sentences and there are some pictures. You have to match the sentence with the correct picture, and if the sentence and if the picture is right, so take that picture. So this is your today's homework. Note down your today's homework. Do exercise F given on page number 33. This is your today's homework. You have to do exercise F which is given on page number 33. So students, that's all for today. Thank you for attending this class. Now we will meet in our next class.
Hello, good morning students. I welcome you all in our online classes. I am your maths teacher from Shivaji Group of Institution. Student, as you know that this is your 4th period, that is of maths. So student, as you know that we are in our 6th chapter. So chapter 6, which is geometrical shapes. Geometrical shapes. Okay, so our 6th chapter's name is geometrical shapes. So students, as you know that, and if you have remembered, we have finished question number B and exercise 3rd completely in our studies class. It means we have completely finished exercise 3rd in our studies class, and in our exercise 3rd we have solved question number B of exercise 3rd. So student, what was exercise 3rd's question number B? I want to take up first it in a short review. So student, as you can see in your book page number 100, which was we have solved in our studies class, it is this page. You can see Now, so I am going to read it. That is, a matchbox look like a. So I told you that a matchbox look like a cuboid, right? A matchbox look like a cuboid. Second number is a tomato looks like a. So a tomato looks like a sphere. Okay? A tomato looks like a sphere. Third is an ice cream cone looks like a. So an ice cream cone looks like a cone. Okay? An ice cream cone looks like a cone. The handle of your bat looks like a. Have you seen your cricket bat? So when you will hold your cricket bat in your hand, you will hold the handle which is the shape of a cylinder. Okay? So your cricket bat handles is the shape of a cylinder. Okay? Fifth number is, you will see a carrot looks like a. So a carrot looks like a cone. Okay? A carrot looks like a cone. Seven number is an eraser looks like a. So showing an eraser looks like a cuboid. Okay? An eraser looks like a cuboid. 7 and the last number is a book looks like a. So showing a book looks like a cuboid. A book looks like a cuboid. So have you filled fill in the blanks in the question number B. First is a matchbox looks like a cuboid. Second number is a tomato looks like a sphere. Third number is an ice cream cone looks like a cone. Fourth number is the handle of your bat looks like a cylinder. Fifth number is a carrot looks like a cone. Sixth number is an eraser looks like a cuboid. Seven number is a book looks like a cuboid. Okay. So student, it was all about your studies class. Now we will start our today's class. Here first we will understand definition which you will write in your notebook. So for writing in your notebook, I will draw here blocks where you will write everything inside the blocks. You cannot write anything outside the blocks. So your blocks notebook is ready. So our heading is rolling and straightening. Okay. So first of all, rolling. Okay, rolling. So you have to write this definition in your book. Also, you have to learn it. So rolling. The objects with the curved surfaces can roll. The objects with the curved surfaces can roll. So, which objects will be used in rolling? The objects which have curved surfaces can roll. Okay. Next is sliding. the flat surfaces can slide. So students, these are the definition of rolling and sliding which you will write in your notebook. Okay? So students, now we will start our exercise 4. For solving the questions of exercise 4, open your page number 101. So students, when you will open your page number 101, you will see this exercise and you will see question number 8, which is cross the objects that can roll. Cross the objects that can roll. So the first question is cross. It means this sign you have to put on that object that can roll. So cross the objects that can roll. So you have to put that sign in that object which can roll. So you will see first is thermos that have a flat surface that cannot roll. Second is pumpkin. Now it can be rolled. So you have to use this sign on the pumpkin. Use this sign on the pumpkin. Second is a cube that cannot be rolled. Third is eraser that cannot be rolled. Next is glass that cannot be rolled. Next is book that cannot be rolled. Next is candle that is the shape of a cylinder that cannot be rolled. Okay, so in question number first you have to put the cross sign on the pumpkin. That is the second figure. Okay, pumpkin. Put this sign on the pumpkin. Second is take the objects that can slide. Take the objects that can slide. Okay, so student, you have to put this sign on the objects which can slide. So here you will see first is the shape of cylinder. Student, the candle which you will see in the first question that can be slide. Now that can be slide and the sometime but not that can be roll but definitely not sure that it can be rolled. So see question of D, take the object that can slide. So first cannot be slide. Second cannot be slide. And the third, that is the door that can be slide. So third figure can be slide. Mobile phone can also be slide. And the last your box that can be slide. Okay. So this figure in this question number A, cross figure will go with candle also. So candle also, and in the second question where we have to put the slide on the third figure and the third figure, and also the fifth figure, which is the mobile phone, and the seventh figure, which is the box. So here on the third, fifth and seventh figure you will put the sign of tick. Okay. So student, your today's homework is fill exercise 4 and learn the definition. Homework is write the definition and fill exercise 4 on page number 101. So student, this is all about today. This is all about today. We will continue this chapter in our next class. Till then, keep doing revision, complete your exercise 4. Thank you to all for attending today's class.
Students, welcome to Shivaji Group of Institution. This is your GK period. I am your GK teacher. Kids, in the previous classes we have done lesson 5 and lesson 6. Help us name and follow traffic rules. I hope you all have completed your work. Now it's time for a new chapter. Lesson 7. The name of chapter is The Earth is Our Home. Students, Earth is our home where we live. This is called Earth now, and we also take good care of them for our safety and for our environment, green environment, because we need green environment. Kids, in this chapter, small habits can make a big difference in what ways we can help and save our planet and Earth. Like there are few points are given. First is say no to plastic bags. Okay. Second is save water. Third, save energy. Fourth is use dustbins. Fifth is dry and waste paper, and sixth is plant a tree. Okay, let us read what is it saying. Say no to plastic bag. Plastic bags. Open page number 13 in your book and start reading. Plastic bags are not good to our planet. Always carry a paper bag when you go out to buy anything. Kids, when we go to the market, when we buy something, it's need a carry bag. Now, to always use a paper bag. Never use a plastic bag, because plastic bags are very harmful for animals. Because as you see in roads, many street animals are moving here and there. When they eat the poly bags, it will be harmful for us. Okay, so always use plastic bag. Don't always use the paper bag. Never use plastic bags. Okay. Next is save water. Okay. In your schools also, ma'am is also a teacher also tell us na whenever tap is not in use, close the tap. Okay. Never waste water. Okay. Closing the tap when you are not using it. When you go for a hand wash, when you go for a drinking water, when you drink the water, you just close the tap whenever it is moving. Okay. Next is save energy. Save energy means switch off the light and the fan if there is no one in the room. Your teacher always told you, whenever you are leaving the class, if there is no one in the class, switch off the lights and fan. Always told you na, you should follow the rules. Next is use dustbin. Never throw garbage anywhere in the open. Throw it only in the dustbin. This means you always use garbage to throw a dustbin wherever you use. Okay. If you want to throw anything, don't throw here and there. Throw it in a dustbin. Next is dry and wet waste paper. Means there is a wet means gila and dry means sukha. You have two dustbin are given. One is blue of color and second is of green of color. Okay, use green dustbin for wet waste paper means गीली चीजें डालने के लिए and blue for dry waste. Okay, it help in recycling. Okay, kids. Next is plant a tree. Okay, as you know, trees are very useful for us. They give us shelter, they give us clean and fresh air, they give us medicine and many other things. Okay, so plant more and more trees for our cleanliness, for our clean and fresh air. Okay, kids, trees are our best friend. They give us shelter and clean air.
come to page number 14, lesson 8. Okay kids, our next chapter is lesson 8, home sweet home. That is our home. You all live in a home and your home is also, you want to clean and tidy na. So there are many rooms in your house. Let's read. Drawing room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, study room and dining room. What are the useful? Drawing room. Drawing room means where we welcome our guests. This room is called drawing room. Next is bedroom. When we at night, at the afternoon, when we go for a sleep, so which room is called bedroom. Okay. Next is a bathroom. Bathroom, what we do here? Where we take bath. Okay. Here we take shower. Here we take bath. This is called bathroom. Next is kitchen. Kitchen in which your mother cooks food na. Okay. Many utensils, crockery and where food is being cooked is called a kitchen. Next is study room. Study room is the room where we go for a study and complete our homework and classwork. Okay. Next is our dining room. Dining room is the room where we take our meals. Okay. It is a dining table where chairs are kept in a side by side. Okay. It's a big table and this is where we eat our meals. Eat our food. This is called a dining room. Let's revise. Drawing room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, study room and dining room. Okay kids, now come to our book page number 14. See, this is a picture of a house. Here many rooms are divided. This is, I think we are seeing that this is a kitchen, this is a bedroom, this is a study room, this is a bathroom and this is a dining room. Okay, let's read and fill the answers. Okay kids, now first is given. We sleep in this room. This is the where we sleep, where we go for a sleep. This room is called bedroom. So what we will fill? Bedroom. Next is we study here. This is the we study here. Where we go for a study. This is called a study room. So what we will fill in second? So study room. Okay. In the next point, this is a place for use for bathing. We call it the where we use for a bathing. Where we go for a bathing? Bathroom. Okay. Next is food is cooked here. This is the where your mother cooks food. Which place is called? Kitchen. And when guest came, they sit there. Where we welcome our guests? Drawing room. Okay. In the first point, what is written? Bedroom. 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 In the second, study room. study. Study room. Next is bathroom. bathroom. Next is kitchen. kitchen. Next is drawing room. drawing room. Okay kids, in the see your book you have to fill here bedroom. This is where study room. This is called bathroom. Next is kitchen and next is drawing room. You have to fill here and learn the names of a room. So kids, today's homework is you have to read lesson 7 and fill lesson 8 in book. Okay kids? Thank you for attending the class. We will meet in next classes. Till then, complete your work. Thank you.
This is your art crafts. So everyone just take out your art notebook, and today we are going to make butterfly. So first of all, take a scale and make a border from all 4 sides. Okay. And also
put the date here and put the heading butterfly. So now let's start to make it. Make a shape, circle like this. Now long oval shape for its body like this. Now make a wing from right side like this, and same draw another side like this. Now draw the pattern inside the wing like this and like this, like this, like this. Now make another wing. Just start with here and twist here like this. Now here draw a small circle, then one more circle and one more circle. Same here like this. Now draw the pattern like this. Now make eye and smiley face like this and complete the picture of a butterfly. So dear students, this is your classwork. In your classwork, you learn how to draw a butterfly. In your homework, you all have to color this butterfly beautifully with your own choice. But you all have to select only crayons colors. Thank you.